Good afternoon, welcome back. This is Saima. If you haven't met me before, in today's video we are going to talk about work balance, work culture here in the UK, and some important things about working in the NHS, okay, as a nurse, as a healthcare support worker. To be honest, wherever you work here in the UK, these are the things you need to be keeping in mind about your seniors, about the work-life balance, the punctuality, all those things we are going to talk about. And most of the times it's different from where we come from. So I think it's important for all of you to know. I've been in the country, in the UK, for almost 4.5 years, and I think I can tell you a bit more about my experience and what I have learned in the past 4 or 5 years, and how it can give you something to learn for you when you come here in the UK, or even if you are here already. And I think it's important. And sometimes when we are new in the country, we find it very hard to adjust to the environment, to adjust to the people, and to know their culture. It takes us time. So if you watch this video, you will get to know it in a better way, and you don't need to ask anyone, or you don't need time to learn about it. So let's dive into the video without any further delay. So the first thing I want to talk about is respecting your seniors. Okay, sometimes what happens, your colleagues, you're working with your colleagues, and after some time one of your colleague applied for a senior job, or a band 6 job, or a band 7 job, and they get hired. Okay, so from that time, you know that they are your friends. Okay, they've been your colleagues, it's all right, but now they are on a post. So respecting them, respecting your managers, your seniors, your band sixes, is very, very important. Okay, sometimes we take it for granted, because we feel like, okay, they are very frank, because they are very frank, they are very friendly, they are always smiling. It doesn't mean that you shouldn't be respecting them. Okay, yeah, so you need to respect all of your seniors. Okay, it doesn't matter how long they've been on this post, or for example, your manager, she's very friendly, she's very frank, always smiling, because it's the part of the job. It is the part of the job. Okay, here it's not like that the managers or the band sixes, they are very upset, or they are angry, or they are always like they are always behave like a boss. No, it doesn't matter. It doesn't work here like that. Everybody, even they are on senior post, they are very polite, they are very friendly, they are very kind, but don't forget, they are the seniors of you. Okay, they are on the senior post. They can do things. They have the power, or on the things that you don't have. Okay, so don't take it for granted. Be friendly with them. Okay, be friendly, respect them if you want to be respected. And the second thing I want to mention is, say it out, no matter what. Okay, even if it's your work-life balance, if you're not able to maintain, if it's something that you are having conflict with someone, or if you don't feel comfortable working with somebody, or if you are struggling to work to do particular shifts, you want flexible time shifts, duties, or anything. Okay, don't think that, oh, I won't be granted, even if I want to work early shift, I won't be able to have it. No, say it. At least speak to your manager. Okay, sometimes they can make a way. All right, so there is always possibility to get of what you feel comfortable with, because here it's very important. Work-life balance is very, very important. It's considered very important for you. You need to maintain your work and life very, very well, right? And if you are having some sort of sickness or any problem, for example, you can't do long standing, or you are not able to work manually, or you cannot do manual handling or something like that, you speak to your manager. Maybe they'll find a way for you. Maybe they redeploy you somewhere where you don't need to do manual handling. Okay, maybe you can get a post where you will be doing non-clinical work. So it's possible. Okay, is the name of the possibilities. When you come here in the UK, don't think that, oh, I'm a nurse, but I'm not able to manual handle the patient, or I can't turn the patient, my back hurts, my legs hurt. Or if you have any accident, or something happened to you that you are not at your baseline, speak to your manager, okay? There will always be a way. So for example, if you have an accident and now you cannot stand for long, and mostly the shifts here are 12 hours shift, and you feel like you are not able to do that, you're not able to do your shifts, speak to your manager. They may be able to find some non-clinical job, whether you are a nurse, okay? Even if you are a nurse, they may be able to find a job for you. All right, that's called the temporary redeployment. So they'll redeploy to an area where you will be able to do the job easily. Right, so speak to your manager, whether it's work related, whether it's your house related or your personal health, anything you don't feel comfortable doing it. The third thing I want to do is say about is, because everybody is so friendly, they give you the opportunity, they give you the flexible shift times, they also redeploy if it's needed. So I feel like it's very helpful. Whereas where we come from, sometimes it gets so hard, like you'll be told, oh, it's already 3 days you are sick, so you cannot continue sickness, you will be unpaid. Or if you have like if you are a nurse and you are not able to help the patients, how you are going to do your job? It's not possible, so you are fired or something like that. So here it's very easy, very flexible, and I find it very helpful for the employees if they are going through any tough time, or if they have any accident where they cannot fulfill their normal routine duties. They get the opportunity to do something else, which is very nice of them. Right, so yeah, the third thing I want to say is work with compassion. We as nurses, it's our job to do the job with the compassion, okay? But sometimes, because the life is so busy or the duty is so busy, the work burden is too much on you, okay? So it's not like you shouldn't be behaving as if you are doing something for the patients. You're doing something extra for the patient. It's your job, okay? You should be working with compassion. It will give you mental and heart satisfaction. You will have the satisfaction in your heart if you give care, if you provide nursing care with the compassion, okay? For example, if you attend a patient and you were very rude, even though you washed the patient, you help them with the breakfast, you help them to take their medicines, but you were not talking to them, or you were not nice, you were not friendly with them. So what's the point of giving all the care? And since your behavior or your way of talking was very rough, it wouldn't be considered as compassionate care. We as nurses, we should show care, compassion through our eyes, through our words, through our gestures, okay? Because it's part of our job, and patients are already sick, so we are there to look after them, to provide them relief, to provide them comfort, and to do what is needed, okay? It's part of our job. We are not doing something extra for them, all right? So compassionate care is very important. You need to be compassionate towards your profession. It is considered as anything like 100% of your job. All right, so in the UK, I remember back home, if you are tired or you are upset, the nurses, they are like very rude to the patient. Okay, you go, I'll come back. Like the nurses are rude to the patient because the work burden is too much, okay? But here is different. You don't have that much burden, so you need to be patient, you need to be compassionate towards the patient, right? The fourth thing I want to mention is so it's all about work culture. The fourth thing I want to mention about is calling the patient by their first name. Yeah, so there was a news recently, right, about the gender and their salutation, and how should you call Mr. Mrs. No, we don't say Mr., Mrs., ma'am, sir. You call them by their first name, and they prefer it. Honestly speaking, they really like it. Nobody likes to be called as Mr. or Madam or Sir. They like to be called by their first name, okay? For example, someone is called Adam Smith. The name is Adam Smith. You don't need to, it's respectful if you call them Mr. Smith, Okay, it's respectful, but some people, they don't like it. So you, first of all, you ask them, how would you like to be pronounced? What can I call you? Do you mind if I call you Adam? Okay, so just ask a simple question before you start your conversation. So if they are okay with Adam, most of the times at work, it's so busy, we don't get the chance even to ask how do they prefer to be called. But if you get the time, ask them, how would you like to be called? Can I say Adam to you? How do you like to be called? What should I call you? Right? So if they like to be called Adam, call Adam. If they like to be called Mr. Smith, but nobody hears, we mostly call patients with their first name, and they really like it. And if even if they don't like, they'll tell you. People here, they're very nice. Even the patients, they're very nice. Like you call them first time Mr. Smith, and then, oh no, I don't like to be called Mrs. Smith, just call me Adam. So it's very easy. Don't make it complicated for you. Okay. Number 5 I want to talk about is the punctuality. So most of the times we have like WhatsApp groups. Each ward, each department has the WhatsApp group. So if you are running late or something, you can't make to work at 7:30 in the morning, you message that I'll be a few minutes late. Okay, don't just turn up. Right, because if you are late, they'll be calling you and it's considered as really bad behavior. So you send a message to the WhatsApp group that you'll be a few minutes late, or you're running late, or there'll be some there is some trouble, or there's an accident or anything. If you are late for a few minutes, okay, just say it in the group. Or you can even call your band sixes or your managers, because punctuality is important and we like to be punctual here a lot. Right. And if you are always late, you may get bad references. If you leave your job, or if you go for a new job, okay, it may give you a bad reference. Right. So being punctual is very, very good. And if you most of the people prefer to come early rather than late. And if you are running late, just send a message in the group or call your seniors just to let them that you're coming, but you are running late. If you don't, they'll be calling you. It causes a big hassle, right? So that's it. The next point I want to talk about is the good team player. You are working in a team, say it loud. If you are not happy with somebody, don't say it in front, just talk to them in private. If you don't feel comfortable talking about it to the person, speak to your manager or your band sixes, tell them about it, that I don't feel comfortable with it, I don't feel comfortable working with her, can you please put me with somebody else next time. Because we put people in teams. In team mean you're having 10 patients, so you will be one nurse and one support worker. So you need to work with your nurse. You will be talking, you will be having communication, you will be delegating tasks, you'll be asking for help, and you will be taking your breaks as well. So mutual understanding and also good communication is the key. Because if I need your help and I don't like to talk to you, I won't be saying, oh Saima, can you help me please, or my mood will be totally different. So yeah, so if you having conflict with anyone, speak it out, tell your manager or your band six. All right, it's very, very important, because here in the hospitals we cannot work alone. Anytime you'll be needing help of the other person, and especially if you are working together, you are the part of one team. So your nurse will be telling you, she'll be asking for help, she'll be also delegating tasks. So you need to have the good bond, you need to have the good communication. Even if you don't talk, you have conflict, still work wise you will be talking, you will be saying something, right? And yeah, so it's very important that you play as a vital role as a team member, and take a good lead of the team. So these are all the things that I notice in the UK work culture, that everybody is so frank, friendly, but sometimes it feels like sometimes it feels like you may feel like it's superficial, okay? But That's how it should be, right? You are there to work. You are not there to make relationships, or you are not there to have a good friendship with everybody. So you need to be very careful about what you're doing and what you're saying, because you don't want to be sounding like unpleasant. You need to be so, yeah, so you need to have good communication with your friends, colleagues, with your patients. You need to have compassion towards your team, towards your patients. So it is good. I think it's good at the workplace, even if it's fake or even it's superficial. It's good. It sounds good, and you know that in a team you need to work together, and in order to work together you need to talk nicely, you need to behave nicely. I'm so sorry, I need to end this video. I'll see you soon in the next one. Till then, take care. Bye bye.